In this episode of 21 for 21, we will spend 2 days jeeping in the San Juan Mountains of Colorado around Ouray. From Ouray, we will travel the scenic backcountry Alpine Loop over Engineer and Cinnamon Passes to Lake City and Silverton. On our second day, we will take Ophir Pass to Telluride and ride the Gondola to Telluride Mountain Village for lunch before returning to Ouray for dinner and the end of our jeeping adventures. Join us as 21 for 21 continues from Colorado. Day 17 began as we hopped into our rented Jeep and headed toward the scenic and historic Alpine Loop. If you want to know what happened in the first 16 days, there are links to the first 6 episodes in the description below. And if you want to know what the title 21 for 21 means, you will find that near the beginning of episode 1. We had picked up the 4-door Jeep Rubicon we had rented from Colorado West Jeeps the evening before and were ready to set out for some backcountry jeeping early on day 17. We drove 6 miles south of Ouray on Highway 550 toward Red Mountain Pass before leaving the highway behind for backcountry jeep trails at Ironton Park, and immediately began our climb into the mountains with great views of Red Mountain and the surrounding area. After a very scenic climb, we reached the summit of Hurricane Pass at 12,730 feet in elevation. As we descended Hurricane Pass and began our climb toward California Pass, we were treated to great views of Lake Como below. Our next summit was California Pass at an elevation of 12,960 feet. We encountered snow descending from California Pass and lots of great views of waterfalls and the surrounding mountains. This brought us to the historic ghost town of Animas Forks, where we would begin our ascent toward Engineer Pass. Engineer Pass is one of the more challenging passes in the area, and definitely not for those with a fear of heights. But in a vehicle like the Jeep we rented, it's not that difficult, however, if one simply pays attention and takes their time. The views at the top of this 12,800 foot pass are definitely worth the effort. The drive down Engineer Pass on the Lake City side is much easier, but still very scenic, and by early afternoon we had arrived in Lake City. It was a nice day, and we decided to grab a bite to eat at Packer Saloon and Cannibal Grill in the outdoor seating area there. After lunch, we were back in the Jeep and headed towards Cinnamon Pass along Lake San Cristobal. Cinnamon Pass is an easier way than Engineer Pass back to Silverton and Ouray, but also very scenic with lots of flowing streams and mountain vistas. Cinnamon Pass is still a high mountain pass at 12,640 feet elevation, and it is above timberline and very open. It was windy and rather cool when we were up there. We did see wildlife in the form of numerous marmots on the way down, and a herd of elk in the far distance while headed up. Traveling down the other side of Cinnamon Pass completed the loop back to Animas Forks, and we headed back towards Silverton to join the highway back over Red Mountain Pass to Ouray. Back in Ouray, we had dinner at the Outlaw restaurant before heading back to the hotel for the evening. On day 18, we were back in our rented Jeep Rubicon headed south on Highway 550, the $1 Million Highway, over Red Mountain Pass towards Silverton. Access to Ophir Pass is about 5.5 miles north of Silverton off of Highway 550. We turned off of the highway and headed toward the summit of Ophir Pass, which we reached at an elevation of 11,789 feet. The trip down the Telluride side of the pass starts with a shelf road that affords great views of the mountains, and then continues through numerous aspen groves before reaching the town side of Ophir, and then by highway onto Telluride. In Telluride, we parked the Jeep in a parking garage and took the free public transportation gondola up to the mountain village for lunch. We had lunch at the Pig, which is a make-your-own burrito-style eatery. We ate outdoors at one of the many tables along the walkways. After lunch, we walked around the mountain village, took some pictures and videos, went into a few shops, and watched some mountain bikers before returning to the gondola station for our trip back over the mountain and down to Telluride. We took the highway back to Ouray and returned our rental Jeep before taking a walk around town before dinner. We had dinner at the Bon Ton restaurant, a local favorite located at the St. Elmo Hotel in Ouray. The next day, we would visit Box Canyon Falls before heading to Durango, but more about that on the next episode. In the next episode of 21 for 21, we will visit Box Canyon Falls before heading to Durango. We will stop for a chairlift ride at Purgatory Ski Resort before checking into our hotel. We will explore historic downtown Durango and have dinner there, and take a day-long train ride to Silverton the next day on the Durango-Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad. Join us as 21 for 21 continues from Durango, Colorado. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the description below for links to some of the places mentioned in the video and other links for the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please like and share. And if you're new to the channel, support us by subscribing to the channel and hit that notification button to be notified when we release a new video. Your subscription is always free and greatly appreciated. Check out our website at findushere.com for more video and other content. And be sure to join us on social media on Facebook and Instagram at Find Us Here Online. If you would like to become a channel supporter, we are on Patreon at patreon.com/findushere. Your support is greatly appreciated.